Welcome. Starfarer's Odyssey awaits.
Greetings, survivors, starfarers, rebels, and you blasted Solari Dominion. This is David, one of the creators behind Starfarer's Odyssey, and I want to personally thank you for tuning in to our very first episode. What you are about to hear is the prologue to the book I've been working on for the past year, Starfarer's Odyssey, Shadows of Redemption. This is where it all begins, and this episode will take you through the science and history of a universe rewritten. You'll hear the fall, rise, and near extinction of humanity as it struggles to withstand countless trials and tribulations, pushing forward against impossible odds. And at the center of it all, the cataclysmic event that started it all, the unraveling. We're thrilled to have you with us on this journey, and if you enjoy what you hear, be sure to follow us, connect with us on Instagram, and explore everything we have to offer at starfarerodyssey.com. Thank you again for being here, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Prologue. The Unraveling. Birth, Chaos, and Legacy. Have you ever considered the fragile thread tethering existence to its beginnings? Scientists speak of the Big Bang, the devout whisper of divine intervention. Some imagine a blend of both, a cosmic dance that gave birth to all we know. But what if the truth is something far stranger? Something so profound it makes these ideas feel quaint. What if our universe isn't a singular creation, but one of countless realities, forged not in solitude, but in the violent clash of worlds, where entire realities crash, merge, and ignite? Creation isn't peaceful, it's violent, chaotic, beautiful. In the interstitial nexus, a boundless void where universes are born, grow, and die, there exists a delicate equilibrium. Every universe begins at an anchor point, its genesis, its core of stability, surrounded by the containment field, which preserves its structure, and the expanse field, which allows it to stretch and grow. Yet the nexus isn't palatial, it's crowded. Universes brush against one another. Some simply touch, a brief bump. Others grind together, creating turbulence, a destructive friction that destabilizes their edges. When universes overlap, fragments bleed into each other. These slivers, called wisps, are strange and fleeting, glimpses of worlds that shouldn't exist together. But when two universes merge beyond a certain point, the result is catastrophic. The boundaries collapse, and the unique fabric of each reality dissolves into chaos, and as a result, an overflow of energy begins to consolidate into a singular entity called a muddle. In time, these muddles may stabilize. Their chaos might cool and crystallize into a new universe, forged from the remnants of countless others. But the cost? Entire realities lost. Life rewritten. Humanity's golden age ended with such a collision. In the year 3517 AD, humanity had reached the stars. Empires spanned galaxies. We mapped the unknown, uncovered the origins of life, and believed we were the masters of existence. But we were wrong. In an instant, 4 universes collided with ours. The collision, later known as the unraveling, tore through space-time. A rupture opened, and from it surged forces beyond comprehension, trans-dimensional energies that consumed and reshaped everything in their path. Galaxies vanished overnight. Entire planets were twisted, transformed into otherworldly landscapes. Survivors were irreparably altered, their DNA rewritten by the cosmic tide. Space itself fractured, leaving pockets of reality where natural laws no longer applied. Haunted space. The unraveling wasn't just an event, it was a revelation. The boundaries of our universe were not fixed. Creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin, and humanity found itself caught in the flip. In the aftermath, an unknown mineral called diatonium, the god particle, began to appear, scattered across the ruins of the unraveling. This interdimensional element was as mysterious as it was powerful. For most, its radiation was lethal, but for a few, it unlocked something extraordinary, a transformation tied to the universes that had collided with ours. These survivors became known as the Gifted, divided into 4 distinct bloodlines. Cryovivants. Aligned with the universal currents of life and death, they heal with a touch and even cheat mortality, capable of banishing disease or extending their lifespans. Echochronites. Their reality ebbs and flows with time. They see into the future's shifting tides, predicting events before they unfold, sometimes even altering the course of history itself. Mnemos. Masters of the mind, they stroll through memories and shape thoughts at will. A fleeting touch can implant ideas or illusions. Cerebrash. Born of turmoil and psychic storms, they can restructure minds entirely, erasing trauma, enslaving free will, and reshaping destinies in a single stroke of their finger. The Gifted were both a marvel and a curse. Their abilities offered hope, but they also sowed fear. Humanity, as it always has, turned on itself. Wars erupted between the bloodlines and the unaltered, each side vying for control in a world already on the brink of extinction. After nearly 60 years of bloodshed, leaders of each faction forged a fragile truce named the Aurum Accord. Thus began the New World Order, with laws to govern the responsible use of these powers. Emerging from these accords was a rare interlude of peace, in which technology, medicine, and even interstellar exploration soared to unprecedented heights. It was during this century that pioneers of a new discipline, neophysics, uncovered startling remnants of the unraveling, zones of cosmic disorder known as haunted space. Here, chaos thrived, hostile but laden with priceless opportunity. But peace is fleeting. On the centennial of this fragile unity, disaster struck. A wave of coordinated attacks, attributed to rogue echochronites, shattered trust between the factions. Fear consumed the world. From this chaos rose Raymond Lucian Solaris, a charismatic Cerebrash general who promised order through control. By 3682, Solaris had transformed the New World Order into the Solari Dominion, an authoritarian regime built on surveillance and oppression. Upon seizing power, Solaris instituted the mandatory registration decree, forcing every gifted individual, child or adult, into a database under strict surveillance. Officially, it was to ensure safety and transparency. In reality, the Dominion exploited these registries to root out dissent. Chief among Solaris's targets were the Echochronites, demonized as the ultimate destabilizers of civilization. What followed was the Echochronite Holocaust, a purge that nearly wiped out an entire bloodline. Echochronite families were dragged from their homes, entire communities eradicated under a relentless propaganda campaign, painting them as harbingers of chaos. Survivors fled or vanished into the shadows, establishing clandestine networks that operated at the fringes of known space. Meanwhile, even the Cryovivants, Mnemos, and Cerebrash weren't spared from Solaris's iron grip. Though not systematically annihilated, their powers were heavily policed, driving fear and resentment deeper into humanity's soul. Thus began an age of tyranny, one that branded Solaris as both savior and oppressor. Despite outward order and economic growth, the Dominion strangled personal freedoms. Whispers of rebellion echoed in secret meeting halls, where the last free Echochronites joined forces with sympathetic gifted and ordinary citizens. Their cause was simple: overthrow the Solari Dominion and reclaim the right to exist freely. While Earth choked under authoritarian rule, expeditions pushed deeper into haunted space, zones twisted by interdimensional energies left over from the unraveling. Here, entire planets brimmed with deposits of Deatonium, fueling the Dominion's ambitions. But extracting these resources was perilous. Explorers, known as Starfarers, found themselves at the mercy of spatial anomalies and half-formed life forms, with many never returning from the hostile, reality-bending environments. By 3724, resistance movements had gained momentum, striking at Dominion strongholds and weaving sparks of hope across the system. Rumors spread of a figure, perhaps Echocronite, perhaps something even more extraordinary, destined to unite all who opposed the regime. Unexplained phenomena worsened in haunted space. Vessels blinked out of existence, gravitational storms tore fleets apart, and bizarre creatures materialized, hinting that the chaos of the unraveling still simmered beneath the cosmic veil. The Dominion dismissed these as tall tales, but those who'd witnessed the horrors firsthand knew better. The cataclysm that once reshaped reality could still stir awake and shatter our fragile order. Now, in 3728, the universe stands at a precipice, torn between oppression and rebellion, destiny and obliteration. Chaos layers atop possibility. This is the story of humanity's struggle, to rise from the ashes of creation, to navigate a cosmos born of chaos, and to find meaning in the delicate balance between destruction and rebirth. The stars burn with secrets, and the echoes of the unraveling call out, waiting to be heard. Our story begins here.
And that's it for our first episode. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of the universe and the events and people that shape it. If you enjoyed what you heard, be sure to follow us everywhere. And don't forget to check out our website, starfarerodyssey.com. There's so much more to come, and we can't wait to take you deeper into this world. Until next time, keep your weapons ready, your course true, and never forget, the stars remember what history tries to erase. Safe travels, Starfarers.